Good morning. Hello, and welcome to Free2Prayz Solutions Incorporated's page. My name is LaShonda Briggs, and I am one of the directors of this wonderful nonprofit faith-based organization. My role is the director of professional development, and I am so happy to come this morning and present to you our series for November, which is Career Development Month or Professional Development Month. Our series for November is entitled Every Saturday Morning Career Corner Convos. So you have jumped in to see Career Corner Convos. I know it's early, it's a little bit after 9 o'clock. Hopefully, you've had your first sip of coffee and you have decided to join me in the room to hear about today's topic, which is invest in yourself. So, if you're in the room, would you kindly say hello, say hi, drop a line? Let us know that you're tuning in and you're here to hear about investing in yourself. How many know that it is so important to invest in yourself? Well, if you don't know that, you're going to know it by the time we finish our conversation. Now, I want you to know that the conversations, they will not be long, right? We'll be on here and out of here in probably about 15 minutes or less. Unless you have questions about the conversation topic or would like to delve in further, you can feel free to do that. Ask questions in the comments, or if there's a question that you have after this has posted, you can always send your question to our email address, which is f2pcareer@gmail.com. Again, that's f2pcareer@gmail.com. And if you are unaware of where to find our contact information, it can be found on our website if you go to free2prayzsolutions.org. All right. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you for spending some time out of your Saturday morning for us to talk about invest in yourself. Now, in this concept of career corner conversations, we're going to be coming every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. to talk about the things that pertain directly to you, right? In the essence of being focused on a journey of professional development or personal development or development of any kind, what you must know is that we are all in a stage of growth, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, whether it's professionally you're trying to grow, whether it's personally you're trying to grow, whether it's mentally or emotionally you're trying to grow, because we are human beings that are destined to grow. And there's a saying that you either grow or die. Now, I'm not trying to proclaim death on anybody, but if you find yourself struggling in the growth process, I would love to encourage you to contact Free2Prayz Solutions Incorporated. Not only do we have the professional development branch of our organization, we also have other services available to you, services that can assist you when it comes to mental health counseling, when it comes to mentoring, if there's support that you need for really any particular issue or problem, because our logo, our slogan says that we are here to provide uncommon solutions to the community. And so we are here for you. All right, so thank you again for joining me. Thank you for being here. Let's get into the conversation. It's 9:06, and I want to make sure that you are getting the most out of our time spent. Okay, so 9:06 until I'll say 9:20. Right, we'll cut it off at 9:20, maybe sooner. What may be helpful for you in this conversation is to have pen and paper. So I'll give you a second or two to get pen and paper. You can always come back to the live, replay it, hear it again, so that way you'll be able to get some nuggets about what we're doing. All right. So we're talking about investing in yourself specifically from the perspective of building your professional portfolio. Now, how many know that the longest commitment some of us will ever make in our lifetime is a commitment to our careers, our jobs, what we do for a living? So that could be either entrepreneurial efforts or that could be where you are a direct contributor to an organization. Either way, if you're an entrepreneur or if you are a direct contributor or a boss, or you're working for someone else, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You found something that you're doing in order to support yourself and support your family. Yes. And so, in essence of supporting yourself and supporting your family, because we are human beings that are destined to grow and evolve, growth and development should be a part of what you're doing with your career makeup and your career map. And so, your personal or professional portfolio should look like something that represents the very best that you have to offer, no matter where you go. So, we're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about why it's important that you should have a mindset to invest in yourself. We're going to talk about how you can do that. And then lastly, we're going to talk about what are some of those things that you can do. All right. Are you ready? If you're ready, drop ready in the comments. All right. And good morning and thank you to everybody that's here. So the main question is really, why should I invest in myself? Well, there's 4 reasons that you should invest in yourself. And when I say invest in yourself, we're talking specifically about tapping into developing your professional portfolio, right? Because in any workspace, whether you're an entrepreneur, you are a professional, or whether you're working for somebody, you're a professional because you want to represent yourself as such. So the first thing reason why you should invest in yourself is because, one, if you don't, who will? If you do not take the desire, the mindset to want to be better, to invest in yourself, to pour in yourself, um, no one can want it more for you than you want it for yourself. Yes? So it should be something that you want to do for you, because if you don't, opportunities will pass you by. There may be things available to you because you just don't have a desire to go after it, that you just miss out on the opportunity. But you can do it. You can invest in yourself. You can build your professional portfolio, and it's important to you for you, if for no one else, right? It's important to your career growth. It's important to your long-term goals. It's important to your end result. What is it that you really want to accomplish in the 30, 40, sometimes 50 years that you're deciding to work? What is it? Don't get complacent, right? This is a charge to push you to think about doing something for yourself, right? And we're going to talk about the benefits. The second thing is that there are benefits to your overall well-being, right? When you're investing in yourself, I honestly feel like when you focus, and not that you cannot focus on people, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to serve and support and be available to our people, family, friends, coworkers, whomever. But when you take time to invest in yourself, you are creating an overall improvement in your well-being, right? It improves your confidence about yourself. It improves the image and reputation that other people see of you because of what you have to bring to the table. It just makes you feel like you're focused on something and you're accomplishing a said goal. So investing in yourself is important. Why? Because if you don't do it, who will? Secondly, because there are benefits to your overall well-being. You just feel better. Yeah, you just feel better overall, right? Thirdly, the reason why you should invest in yourself and build out your professional portfolio is because you will acquire knowledge and skills that will follow you for the rest of your life. No matter where you go, no matter what you decide to do, when you invest in yourself, you are building a portfolio that goes with you. It does not stay with the company. It does not, the file folder of your employment. It doesn't stay where you left or where you were. It follows you. So all those experiences, all those trainings, all those times that you took to invest in yourself, it is with you. And when you have it, nobody can take it from you. No one can take it from you. Okay? And then lastly, the reason why you should invest in yourself and build your professional portfolio is because it will open up the way for new opportunities. Once you acquire additional skills, once you invest in yourself, once you build out your portfolio, you're now not just lengthening your resume, but you are also creating opportunities for individuals or projects or assignments or things to come to you because you are prepared for it, right? There's a quote that my pastor says, preparation is the key to life. And so if you are not preparing for the next, when the next arrives, you might miss your opportunity. So investing in yourself will do 4 things for you, or the reason why you should do it. Here's the 4 reasons why. First, if you don't, who will? Secondly, it'll improve your overall well-being. Third, what you get, you take with you. Skills, training, knowledge, abilities, they go with you. They follow you no matter where you go. And fourthly, it opens up doors. Yes? Okay. So now let's talk about how you can invest in yourself. Here's the thing. If you're not looking for the information, if you're not interested in it, sometimes it'll be right in front of your face and you won't even know. You won't even see it. The opportunities are right there in front of you. But because you don't have a desire to pursue it, you miss it. So when you take on this mindset of, I am going to invest in myself. Can y'all drop that in the comments? I am going to invest in myself. Yes. Okay? Because you become the best version of yourself when you take time to pour in. Because we do this a lot. We pour out, we give, we support, we show up, we do every single day. But you have to take time to pause and reverse the reciprocity and invest in yourself, because it only makes you better. Okay. So here's some of the ways that you could do. You can um, you can invest in yourself and your professional portfolio to build it by committing to learning something new. Yes, we should have a mindset of being a continual learner. The brain is an amazing organ. And sometimes when we feel like we've tapped it to its capacity, we've only begun to scratch the surface. And no matter what age bracket you fall in, no matter where you are in your career, you should always have a mindset of growth. You may be new to the role, then you're absolutely learning and desiring to know how to do your job, how to do it well, and how to master it. If you are in a seasoned position and you've been there for some time, and you feel like, all right, I know this job, I could do it with my eyes closed, then it's time for you to take it to the next level and start learning something that elevates what you already have, right? It could be going after a certification, it could be doing a training, it could be reversing the role, and now you are becoming the subject matter expert, and as a result, you're now lending yourself to be able to train other people. So committing to learning something new, one, not only does it help your brain physiologically, but it helps you because it's continuing to build that portfolio. So that can come in a myriad of ways, right? And you should make this commitment. It could be quarterly, it could be annually, it could be something that is a long-term goal, or you may say, I just want to learn something new, once a quarter, once a month. There's so many avenues and ways in which you can do that. You can always research books that you could read to build your professional background and your knowledge and your skill set and aptitude. You can always look at your employer. Most employers have online platforms that will allow you to take trainings, and most of those trainings that you would take would be mandatory for the sake of your job or your job requirements. But there's a little secret that most employers also have. Because you have access to that online portfolio, online database, you also have access to every training that they avail and make available to anyone within the organization, which it's only not training specific to what you do, but there's trainings available for other focuses within the business. Now, whatever the nature of your industry is or the nature of your business is, then you would find trainings applicable to that, right? One of the sources from one of my previous and current employers is they have a training roadmap for soft skills training. And in these soft skills trainings, you can access any number of additional information that's available to you. And sometimes they are 30 minutes in length, 45 minutes, an hour in length, whatever the case may be. But if you take time to say, okay, in this month, I want to do 2 additional trainings outside of the scope of what I currently do, what you're doing is building your portfolio, because the knowledge you obtain, the experience that you get from those online trainings, just online training, not even hands-on, just the information and the knowledge, they help to equip you to be better. Yeah. So the other thing that you can do in order to invest in your portfolio is to set a goal, right? If you've changed your mind to be able to invest in yourself, now you want to set a goal. What is your goal? Okay, within the next 2 years, and these could be long-term or short-term goals, but in the next 2 years, I want to be able to take the next level, or I want to be able to promote in this role, or I want to be able to lead said projects, assignments, etc. What have you? Set the goal. Be honest with yourself. Be realistic with it. Make it a specific goal. Put a time on it, right? Make it a relevant goal. The relevant goal is to invest in yourself. So what does this thing do to help you? I'll give you an example really quickly. When I was at my other employer, before I started working for the federal government, I was there for almost 13 years. And then within the first 3 years, they had so many benefits and things that I was new, fresh out of college. I didn't know what I was walking into. But there were so many people that encouraged us to go back to school because school was being offered as a benefit. There was educational stipends that they would actually pay for said degrees. The only thing is that the degrees had to be within the field specific to the job. But it was vast, right? Business administration, human resources, whatever the case may be. And so for about 7 years, I sat on that opportunity. And one day I thought to myself, oh my goodness, the company is offering me a benefit. It shows up on my compensation benefits package as X amount of dollars to be able to get every year to go to school. Why am I leaving it on the table? Right? What are the things that you're leaving on the table that have been afforded to you? If your job offers you tuition reimbursement, if your job offers you stipends to attend trainings, or they will pay for you to attend a conference, Why are you leaving it on the table? Go do it. And even if it costs you money to go do it, it may be very well worth the investment. So I decided to go to school. It took me a minute to get my MBA, but my mindset was this, is that once I get this degree, it's going to help me no matter where I go. So when I decide to leave here or if I decide to stay here, it now becomes a part of my educational background and my record. So I can go wherever I desire and this degree will follow me. And I'll talk about what that is and how the importance of having those educational tools, right? So we talked about three things when it comes to how you can be able to invest in yourself. The first was committing to learning something new on a continual basis, whether that's monthly, weekly, biannually, quarterly, however the case may be. The second is to check for the opportunities that are right at your fingertips. Online training databases. If it's not at your work, you can always go to YouTube University because there's available trainings there, information that you could Google search that can help you either identify more that you want to build to your portfolio in your current career or help you to get exposure to things that you may not have even considered that may lend to a whole nother direction and a whole nother career focus. And then lastly, set your goal and stick to it. Make it measurable, make it specific, make sure it's relevant, make sure it's attainable, and put a time frame on it, okay? Lastly, we're going to talk about what you can do specifically in order to invest in yourself and build your professional portfolio. I hope this information is helpful to you. Please remember you can always come back and watch it again to take notes down. And I want to hear about how you decide to invest in yourself. All right. So here's the thing. One, you can add a new skill set that expands your expertise. So that could be a proficiency of some kind. There's programs, right? We typically any workplace you go to, they're going to use some type of program: Word, PowerPoint, Microsoft, Excel. It doesn't matter. Tableau. It's so many things that are being used in the workplace, and so why not make sure that you're the best at it? So you can add that skill set to your background, right? So focus on adding a new skill. It could be interpersonal skills. It may be something that you are good at and now you want to be better so that you can teach and train others. Well, add some trainings. Look for those opportunities to build up your portfolio because when you go to have a conversation with your current employer or with a new one or a prospective new one, you can be able to leverage and set yourself apart because you can say, I have these experiences, I have this information, this knowledge, this background, etc. All right. So you want to elevate and diversify your portfolio with different experiences, projects, assignments, or trainings that stretch you. Yeah. So you never know. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity because you don't ask. Or another thing that I've heard is if there is no opportunity, you create one. So within your workspace, if there's a problem, if there's something new, if there's an innovative idea that you have, ask for the opportunity to take charge, to lead it, or to be able to side saddle or shadow someone else who's doing a job that you may have a desire to do or you're curious about. There's nothing wrong with being curious in the workplace about things that happen outside of what you do because you may just stumble up on your purpose. You may just stumble up on the thing that you really, really, really would do every single day that you would really, really enjoy doing. And because you just may be misplaced in the wrong space, maybe. Okay, so just look for those opportunities to elevate and diversify your portfolio by adding additional things to yourself. Now you may say, "Oh, they just want to use what I have for their benefit," or why should I volunteer? Well, if you have a mindset of investing in yourself, it's not so much about what they're asking you to do or the opportunity that will benefit where you are. It's about what you're gaining in the process because those projects, assignments, those trainings, those opportunities that stretch you create leverage for you where you can then stand out amongst the rest, right? You become more marketable. All right. You can also access trainings, and I talked about training platform because that's really the place of development and growth. Is that if you don't know something, you can seek it out and you can go get it. All right. So it's 9:22. I said I was going to be off by 9:20. So give me about 3 more minutes and I'm wrapping up. So lastly, as we wrap up this conversation about investing in yourself, building your professional portfolio, I just want to recap really quickly what we talked about. We talked about why you should do it. The first reason is because if you don't, who will? Secondly, it benefits your overall well-being. Thirdly, you will acquire knowledge and skills that you take with you no matter where you go. They don't leave you. And lastly, it opens up the doors for new opportunities for you to explore and take advantage of, which only makes you better. How you can do it, you can commit to learning something new. Commit to a growth mindset. monthly, annually, quarterly, whenever. Just commit to learning something new. And then check for those options or that are already available at your fingertips. Online trainings within your job that expand beyond what you're doing. Online trainings on YouTube University or Google, wherever else you go. There's other professional platforms where you can get trainings free of charge. Or you can identify the opportunity to shadow with someone else within your job to get that experience firsthand. And then lastly, adding a new skill, the what you can do, adding a new skill set that stretches you, that expands your existing knowledge and elevating and diversifying your portfolio by taking on those additional assignments or new projects or opportunities or creating them, right? And then the last thing I want you to consider is think of yourself as an organization or a business, right? Call yourself the company of me. I am my CEO. I am the CEO, the employer. I'm everything because this is residing in what I bring as an organization, right? And when you introduce a business to another space, you want to make sure that what's presented is the best of that business. So you should desire to present the best of yourself as the company of me, right? What are these things that will happen when you decide to invest in yourself? There's some benefits, and I want to share these with you lastly, and then I'm out. The first is it will increase your value, right? When you have all these additional skill sets or you stretch yourself and you're growing, it will increase your value. So that way, when you are in your current position or when you decide to go to the next, you can ask for what you desire because now you put value and worth on your skill set. So you just won't settle for anything. You won't decide to take what they're giving you, but you can ask for what you want. And then you have the experience, the knowledge, the background, the history to support it. It makes you a valuable asset and a valuable contributor to the business, which also means that when people see your professional portfolio and when they see you show up, they know they have a good thing. And that means that they'll want to continue investing in you. And the last thing is that also means some sense of job security. We know the job market can be fluctuating. But however, if you decide to be in the space where you currently are, or the job market affects you and now you have to go somewhere else, remember those skill sets, those certifications, all of those things that you've invested in yourself, you take them with you. Your portfolio follows you. So when you go to the next business, now when you're looking, when you're searching for a job, all of those things are represented in your resume. People will see it. And when they see it, it makes you more attractive than the next person. It makes you competitive. It makes you marketable. Yes? So I told you about an example when I was at my previous employer and I decided to finally get my master's of business administration degree and they paid for it. So I had no debt coming out of that degree program. But I knew that it was going to be a tool to invest in myself. And my mindset was this will make me more marketable no matter where I go, no matter where I land. Not that I knew at that time that the job was going to have a voluntary separation, because they did. But I knew that once I got the degree, it was mine and I took it wherever I went. And so sure enough, voluntary separation came around, the writing was on the wall, it's time to move. And I was selected for that process. And I was let go from my job in June of 2019, right? And so the process began for me looking for another job because once I knew that the job was going to end, I knew that December prior, started putting my applications out there. And guess what I had? I had my MBA. So that was on my resume. When I got to my federal employer, I was able to say, this is the experience that I have. This is the degree that I have. And as a result, my salary was significantly different than if I would have went somewhere only having a bachelor's degree or no degree at all. So it pays to invest in yourself. It pays to build your professional portfolio and your brand. It's not only specific to degrees. It's not just specific about certifications. It's about the experience that you gain because what you experience, what you do, nobody can take it from you. So I hope that this session of this Career Convo Corner has been helpful for you. I hope that you will come back next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We'll be here again to talk some more in our next series of Career Corner Conversations. And so let's see if I know what next week's is about. I thought I had it. Give me 2 seconds. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I want to tell you. Oh, yep, here it is. Next week, we'll be talking about making an impact. And this is focused on branding yourselves to make you unforgettable. Yes, you have to be unforgettable. Why? Because it's only one of you. So why not? Why not be unforgettable? All right. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning. Please stay safe. Remember, time goes back tomorrow, so you get an extra hour. So that's a little benefit and opportunity for you. take advantage of. But make sure that you focus on investing in yourself. Lastly, again, if you are struggling in this process of career development, professional development, if it is that you have a desire to grow, but you're just not sure which direction you want to go in, you just have this feeling that there has to be more than this. It has to be more. It has to be more. Please, by all means, reach out to Free2Prayz Solutions Incorporated. If you're seeing this live, that means you're from our page. So please send us a message through Messenger or email us. You can email us at the email address, which is f2psolutions@gmail.com, or you can email us at f2pcareer@gmail.com. We'd be more than happy to partner with you, to talk with you, to have a consultation, to make sure that we're able to partner with you and support your needs in your development growth track. All right. So take care. Have a wonderful Saturday, and you all be blessed.